Alrighty, so today I need to talk about a pretty major update that the game sort of went through last night or earlier this morning, just to make sure that everybody watching these videos are in the loop of what is going on over the upcoming weeks. Now, there is going to be some speculation in this video, but majority of the things are laid out in stone, and then I will be making another video addressing a certain topic in the next video that's going to be dropping today. So, the first thing that we need to get into is we are furthering our progression in the sync. Now, despite the worldwide download celebration saying that the game or the versions are fully synced, it is not just that black and white yet. When it comes to releases and the schedule, we are synced, but when it comes to things that need to be finished and characters that still need to be released, they are still working on that. So, what I want to do in this video is cover everything that you are going to need to know moving forward, so that way there is no confusion in the upcoming weeks about what is going on. Sort of just something that I want to start doing on the channel, just everything you need to know about blank and blank. So, here we go. The first thing I want to talk about in today's video specifically is going to be the issues regarding characters with variances in the two versions. Now, if you guys don't know, there are specific characters in the game that have different typings, funny enough, and they have like different leader skills and passive skills on global than they do to JP. So, what is the update here saying? For characters with skill variances in the international version and the Japanese version, we have adjusted their skills and they are now the same in both versions, again, working towards the sync. Please check the following for details on the skills that were adjusted and the characters who possess the skills. Now, I'm not going to go through literally every single one of these because we'll be here all day, but you guys can see here are all the characters that had different leader skills. These are a lot of old units, not like a bunch of like major ones these days, because like most of the time when a character's major, it's exactly the same. But when it comes to passive skills, you can see there are a ton of units that need to be changed. Stats, super attack effects, right? It's a lot of like Pycon and Angel characters. Like it's a ton of just like, they just did like a whole period of the game, it feels like, differently on global than they did to JP with like the other world, right? Like where you can just see all of that. So those are the characters that will be getting changed. If you are an international player or a global player, this is not going to be as big of an update for you as it would be for somebody like myself who mainly plays JP, obviously sprinkling in a little bit of global on the side for Zero to Hero. So moving on. The next event that came out today was the Memorable Battles, or movie edition, and this is going to be a fight against Janemba as well as Gogeta. If you guys would like a walkthrough for this, let me know in the comment section below. But what we need to do is clear specific missions in order to get all of the EX skill orbs that are going to be available for Janemba as well as Gogeta. Now, these skill orbs are very good. I don't have them pulled up here, but let me actually look, because I actually have them on the game. Let's go over here. So for Gogeta, what you're going to be getting on his EX skill orbs, you're going to be getting a level 8 defense, a level 6 dodge with a level 6 defense. Is that a level 6 defense? Let me pull it up. It's going to be a level 2 defense, excuse me. And then the gold one is going to be a level 6 additional with a level 2 defense as well. So all of the same processes that we've had over the last couple of weeks with this Memorable Battles event. We are going to be getting EX skill orbs for specific characters, so we want to make sure that we clear those missions. Now, the missions, I will pull those up right now so we can talk about them. Okay, so for stage 9 and stage 10, all we need to do is clear them, use no items, and then do a rainbow typing team. So for this, you just want to take your best teams in there and make sure that you have all of the different typings. And keep in mind, you can use a support memory. So the Bulma support memory, if you want. There's a movie bosses one. It might be Uncontrollable Power. I forget. There's one of like, it's like Broly when a planet blows up. That support memory is good for like running the Uncontrollable Power or the movie bosses team. And then if you're going to run like a Universe 7 team per se, you could get away with running like the Zeno support memory or something like that, right? So keep that in mind. It's going to be very helpful. And if you do these, you are going to be able to get the orbs for Janemba as well as Gogeta. Now, I will say Janemba's orbs are not as good because he's a character I still like to go dodge on. And stage 10 is the Janemba fight. And you can see here, looking at this orb, it is going to be crit and additional. And then this orb is also going to be crit and additional. So personally, I did not put those on. But if you want to and you don't have any better alternatives, then I would say that is fine. So Memorable Battles, we're not going to break down the stats. These fights early on are pretty tricky. But I think all in all, if you use like your best team or something like that, like I managed to get it done within a couple tries on both of them. And there is no attempt limit on those, so you don't have to worry about having to wait until tomorrow in order to get those done. That's something we'll talk about later. So, the next thing we need to talk about, the EZA for Tech Gogeta. Fused Super Gogeta is probably the best unit in the game. I'm not kidding. He is incredible. It's kind of surreal to say that for how good that character is, but if you do have this guy, you absolutely need to make sure that you go in there and get it done right now. Easy A that character, use him on the teams he's on, and have a good time, okay? Movie bosses is going to be the category, so you want to fit as many movie bosses or in LRs on a team as you can, and that is how you're going to want to get that one done. So Goku and Vegeta's Easy A, very good. This is probably not in base the best unit in the game, but transformed Gogeta is probably the best unit in the game. So that's pretty crazy to say. Moving on, we have Janemba's Easy A. So same idea, Janemba, very good, is going to fit very well on the movie bosses team, on the uncontrollable power team, stuff like that. And here is going to be the boost category here. We have Connected Hope as well as Extreme and Super STR. Those are going to be what you want. So what did I run? I think I just ran superheroes for both of these Easy A's, to be honest with you. Or no, I ran movie bosses for the first one and then superheroes for Janemba, but you can get away with running whatever, like as long as you have like STR LRs and stuff like that. Like if you have Beast Gohan, you'll be good to go if you just want to run a team like that has Beast Gohan and a bunch of STR characters on it, and you shouldn't really have too much to worry about. So do keep that in mind. With this, LR Janemba will reach greater heights. So very, very good Easy A's. Like these... People want to say that like this worldwide download celebration was horrendous and these saved it, but this was just icing on the cake. I think it was good. Like I did a whole video breaking it down. It was above average, but needed to be better. But these Easy A's definitely like leaving it on a high note is always good. So let's go ahead and move on to the next update, and that is going to be regarding the unification of the additions of certain events. Now, keep in mind, is the info we need in here? No. Well, I'll have to pull this up, but along with the unification of operation schedules, the additions of the international version's virtual Dokkan clashes and world tournaments will be unified with the Japanese version starting from Thursday, October 3rd. Now, I'm not going to pull this up, but just you're going to have to take my word for it. Like, this isn't, like, I wouldn't lie about this. There's specific missions that we're going to be getting for Battlefield that are going to be able to help Global catch up, right? Because if you are somebody that's been like an endgame player and you are familiar with Ultimate Clash Battlefield, there's going to be one specific issue with it, and it's the fact that Global is behind on currency, so it's like they're not really going to be able to catch up to JP as easy, because like that was always the question. It's like, how are we going to catch those up? Well, I guess they thought of everything, if you will. Omatsu, he's just 2 steps ahead, you know? They are going to be dropping missions in order to get these or allow players to catch up on currency, so that way they can operate on the same schedule. I don't know if specifically we got the word for World Tournament yet, but I'm sure like Global's World Tournament will just look a little bit different for the next one, and then going forward from like the 55th one on, it's going to be like perfectly fine. So that is good. We have fixes for World Tournament, we have fixes for Ultimate Clash, and that is going to make the games look a lot more synced moving forward, which is obviously what we want to see, because by the time like the 10th anniversary rolls around, when they said like the end of the year, we want it to be one game for Dokkan Battle. We don't want it to even feel like there's an international version or a JP version, right? Because everything should be releasing at the same time. We should be getting info at the same time. I know their Twitters are a bit of a mess because Global doesn't tweet like Easy A details or anything like that, but if that is their operating stance, like we just have to know that going forward. And thankfully the community does have plenty of people who do translations and do a very good job of it. So we're getting closer. Something before, you know, we have like 3 more things to talk about. Stones. With this major little update here, they are giving out 30 stones for the Tons of Thanks for the Worldwide Download Celebration, and you're also going to be getting some large link skill orbs. So if some pesky characters need their level 10 links, this is the time to do so. You're going to be getting Kais and you're going to be getting Dragon Stones. All you got to do to obtain these is just log in and you are good to go. So in total, I think we're over 100 stones from this update, just from the events. And yeah, like this is just a gift. Like it's like a little top grossing, not 50 stones, but they're just like, here you go. Thank you. So we say thank you right back, Omatsu. It was a very fun time. I really enjoyed this Worldwide Download Celebration, but it did have its flaws, right? So now, 2 things, right? The schedule. What is coming up? We have some sub Easy A's coming out on October 8th at 1 a.m. my time. So in 6 days and 16 hours, so about a week from now. And then in about 2 days, we have Dokkan Fest Vegeta as well as Kui dropping. So very good stuff. It's cool to have it, right? But I will say right away, I'll do a video on this, but it should be pretty obvious. Don't summon for Vegeta or Kui. Like, unless Namek Saga is like your ultimate, like it's like the peak of Dragon Ball for you. You need all the Namek Saga characters. This is the easiest skip of all time. So do not summon on these banners. I will say that just outright, don't summon, and you will be good to go. So Vegeta coming out in a day and 16 hours, and then Kui as well. And then here are the sub Easy A's that we are getting, and then the super Easy A for full power final form Frieza. a very welcomed Super Easy A, because Frieza needs proper representation in this game. It's been too long since Frieza's been on top, and we absolutely need like a crazy Frieza. So the last thing, this is kind of like minor. I'm going to tell you not to summon, but I will say that here is what the Dokkan Festival Pity coin is going to look like, and green coins are going to stand for like I said, the Pity system that's going to be implemented into like smaller Dokkan Festival banners, because like they said, if you did not watch the Dokkan Now, major Dokkan festivals like Saiyan Day, Golden Week, etc., Tanabata are not going to have these specific coins where you can buy a copy after 1,000 stones, but if you are someone who really likes that Vegeta and want to summon for him, you can get a copy in probably what's going to be 1,000 stones. I think we're going to have to wait for the actual banner to see the exact specifications on that, but that is what we have for now. So the cliff notes for today's updates, or for the updates moving forward. New memorable battles. Make sure you get your EX orbs for Gogeta and Janemba. So on this event, make sure you do the Easy A's for Gogeta and Janemba. Sync stuff is coming for Battlefield M World Tournament. Thank you stones. New units here coming up in about 2 days and a week, and then finally a new coin. So there you have it. Everything for this major October update. Very good night for Dokkan last night. And I'm excited to see what the future holds. So let me know down below, what do you think of these new Easy A's? Are you excited that World Tournament and Battlefield are catching up? And did you do the memorable battle fights? If you want walkthroughs for those, like I said, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I will get to it. So if you did enjoy today's video, like I said, leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Thank you for 10K. We did reach it yesterday, and I'll see you all in the next one.